What is up, gamer? Jeffro, fam. How's everybody doing this fine evening? This should be. Let me make sure everything. This should be not members. So, make sure everything. How's everybody doing this fine evening? I'm waiting for the shaders and everything to load. Now we're about to start. Uh, Alright. What's the weapon I got right now? Let me break down some of this. Hold on 1 second. Let me get everything situated in my gaze. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully God has blessed your... well, I know God has blessed your day. As long as you have faith in Him. And... Dang. Oh, hold on. Dang. That trip blade is insane, dog. That trip blade is like 125. Holy crap, dude. But that, oh my gosh, it's 8 times. So what is... Let me know if there's any crackling, whoever's watching the stream. 42 times 8 equals... Whoa, that's 300. It says times 8. Really? Whoa. Whoa. Let's put that as our third weapon. Dang. 212 damage? Holy crap, dog. Let's put that as our main. We'll do that shotgun. I'll put this one as our third for right now. Let's make sure we got the right armor. So right now we got compare armor. This one's got, but this one, it says evasion. Oh. Oh, I do like that. Hold on. Let's go to this. Give me nothing. I got 14 of those right now. Break down some of this stuff. I broke down all the junk. We're gonna see if we have any upgrade stuff. I'm just gonna break down these guns. I'll keep some of these. But if I got Devil Man, I gotta break some of them down. That's too low of a swing hit. I got 2 of these, so let's break down 1 of them. I'll keep 1 of each outfit, just because I like to keep the outfits. I mean, one mod at a time on that armor. Mods, weapons. No mods available. Oh, Terminator. What's up, Nike? What's up, Terminator? Oh boy. Maybe. How you guys doing tonight? Oh boy, he's spamming. Oh boy. Sorry, I got in too. Nice. Yeah, I gotta watch the last two. I haven't watched them yet. Good to hear that they're good, though. Him off, put her on. I got 2 more people to get too. We're not entirely done yet with this game. I think we got quite a bit left. Oh boy. I gotta switch my... Yeah, look at that, baby.
Who there?
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Standing.
The plan is working. Our lines were on. Your subjects arrived minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Yeah.
Dang, you're a legend, dog. Yeah, I have this kind of going on. I have the droid tycoon going on side, like right here. Just to kind of Eli's probably close to you too, dude. Because he got like 40 mil in 3 hours. Alright, I can't. Man, I wish I could do speech. I should have gotten rid of one of the other ones. Hold on, let me see if I can up. Yeah, I can't up my speech. Yeah, I've been here before, so I can just fast travel. Nice! Yeah, Nike, that's insane, dude. You're a legend in the Joy Tycoon community, sir.
So many dead. Places falling apart. If I found a way off this rock, would you...
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassard, but we saw that happen.
Jeez Louise. This don't look good. They're all...
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now. They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. We should ask her. Might be some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to. We should keep looking. There may be more to learn here. I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered.
Sorry, I was muted. You guys can read all that stuff if you guys want to. Pause it and zoom in. Huh. I didn't know everybody was gonna get murdered. Holy crap.
Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloister mate Anchor's run has some explaining to do.
Baby girl. You already went out.
A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the laureate council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that the order has lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Anchor's Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinates on Eden, place by the name of Point Obviation. I don't know what happened to Anchor's Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And the disputation reads like a call to arms for any fringe thinkers in the Order. There's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We're past that. The research is out there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea. I've seen it happen. Things can take on a life of their own at a certain point. The more overt the response, the more unexpected the outcomes. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground. Yes, time to seek out Anchorus Brunn.
Anchorus Run. Terminator, everything sounds good, looks good. On your end.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Your noble sacrifice. We'll play this till 12:30, so we got another hour. Tomorrow we're doing Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Try to finish that up when I have it here.
Halt! Abide! Cease any and all. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchorus Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Okay,
Anchorus
dokie.
Brunn is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grasp. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
Playing along. Duration indeterminate.
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it. No sudden moves. Gradual movements only, please. I am a long-time vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado. I hope you don't mind me saying. Go on up. You're expected.
Okay, baby girl's down here.
Anchorites are reclusive and highly regarded in Order Society. Anchoress Brunn's presence here indicates the importance of this facility.
Oh, who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I have modified that opinion slightly since then. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? Isn't it, though? So much more room to think. No one else leaving their sweaty breeches next to the comestibles nook. It's a refurbished test chamber, in fact. The facility was originally utilized in experiments by the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, so it's highly appropriate for the vital work we're doing here. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the anchor hold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researcher's theories.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Yes, we're so very pleased to have her. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bourgeot's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Dang, Nikki, you're a legend, dude.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. Head Intercessor Delgado. What an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-IVs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the second floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
Oh boy, it's sneaky.
Threat detected.
What the? Something wrong back there? Hello?
Sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural logarithms.
Anyone else hear that? No? I'm just...
E is true, or Q is true. The simple truth statement.
Yeah, I'll wait till this other guy.
Path to ascendancy is non-linear. So it says in the good textbook.
Got that one. Crap.
Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful. Did it work? Did it work? See, Bujold, was it a success? What happened? Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail. I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell. The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good.
I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I gotta go to the restroom.
All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brunn give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
No, because I didn't do my speech.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change. Success isn't guaranteed. A fair degree of cleverness is required. But you would have the help of someone reasonably intellectually nimble.
I would be willing and on hand to assist. And the other option would remain if we botch it. I'm not arguing it's the best option, just that it is an option. Rightly or wrongly, I am familiar with the cost involved.
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated to uplifting humanity, not racking up a body count unduly. Our former department was shut down for things like this. Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't be our first option here. Too many drawbacks, both mathematically and ethically.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet. Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchoress is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchoress to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh. That sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Was there a malfunction? Was there some error in the calculations? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. Really? In what way? Everyone knows probabilistic variance doesn't occur. That's established bedrock. Not that I spend much time in the lab myself. And, well, with science, one is never truly certain. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected. An anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. Now, I'm starting to believe you're just needlessly fretting. Is this nerves? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom. Oh, is one of you a seer now? Because I put considerable more stock in the prognostications of the Order's prime mathematicians than I do any old run-of-the-mill soothsayer. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. It sounds like you have some expertise in the field and have scrutinized her work quite thoroughly. Mayhap I ought to give it another look. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole... Damn it. No, I see it now. You are correct. We have obstinately and misguidedly blundered along here. The flaws in Bujold's research now seem apparent. Time for me to admit my errors. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations. What will I do now? There's no place for me. Go. Leave me be.
Our work here is done, it seems.
Fellow scholars of the Order, this is Anchoress Byrne, with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled by bold, captivating ideas and ignored bad science. I am hereby canceling all related research, resigning from the Order. If I have any final advice to impart to all of you...
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchoress Brun abandons vital research right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events were unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. Oh, I'm sure you did much to assist. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith, but I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me. You think I'm predisposed to assume their logic is sound and reasoning impeccable? Perhaps I do defer in part where such intellects are involved. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced, and I remain unconvinced. Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were going to take this. I can't believe Anchor's Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplars of the Order, commence hostilities!
Emergency protocols restoring AC.
Energy your way. Combat resumed.
Hostiles.
Stun weapons ready, Commander.
Target relocate.
Capacitor out. Torpificator at ready status.
I don't know why this is lying.
Follow the target.
The graphics are not lagging, it's just me moving. I don't know why.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Here's a future I'd always hoped for. You listened. Didn't just rush in like, I am Marisol Delgado. I am always right, even when I'm wrong.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious so she could sneak away. Or not. Indefinite immurement isn't for everyone. Even the finest minds may crack under the strain. But her canned, feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject, both belied an underlying sense of guilt to me. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Sorry, hold on one second. Everything looks good. Let me restart it. I mean, the game itself was fine. I don't know, moving really was lagging. Let me see if it's optimized. I have optimized it. Yeah, it's optimized. I don't know, something was wrong. We're back to normal now. I don't know what was going on.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. With Anchor's Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. But we tricked her. Forced her to doubt her mind. You heard her. She's not just dissuaded. We broke her. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain-off lowered the chance significantly. She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently, thanks to you. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
I think you ought to be careful, Commander. After what we saw in that lab on Cloister, I ain't keen on aligning with Auntie's choice and handing them more power. More importantly, it's becoming clear to me that folk don't actually want us here. Westport resisted as long as they could. You think that doesn't extend to the rest of the populace? There is another option. The Order. They're trying to do right by the refugees, after all, and seem reasonable when they ain't being strong-armed by extremists. You could consider them. I reckon it's fair to presume someone is fixing to stab you in the back if they've done it many times before. Listen, normally I'd take issue with one person playing Kingmaker. That is to say, you, and especially the Earth Directorate. But time's too short, and the stakes are too high for tribalism. There'll be enough time for that later. For now, we need to ally with someone who can defeat the Protectorate and close the rifts. So whatever you decide, I'll support you. We should move on, unless you've got something for me.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander.
Okay. I can't do that. So. I'm not doing that either. That's just tasks. These are just all mentioned. I can do those, but I don't feel like it. Yeah, those are just tasks. I can't do those two quests because I didn't do my speech. I should have done speech and I messed up. But the only way I can change that is if I restart the whole game. So. I ain't doing that in my game. Should finish this up next week. Crap.
You okay? Seem off by a few decimal points. My gaze. How's everybody night going?
Please observe that the archive entry is heavily defended. Consider an alternate means of access to avoid direct Protectorate engagement. Stealth is one valid course of action. Seeking and acquiring combat reinforcement is a more optimal course of action.
Feeling distracted, daydreaming on the job. Mental refreshment centers are there to help you.
Yeah, we could, but we shouldn't throw our lot in with just anybody. It could come back to bite us. Ask the last person who made a deal with my old bosses.
Hypothesizing. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant seek archive operational access and would likely provide assistance in this endeavor.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the...
Hypothesizing. Human organizations typically store important persons indoors to protect them from the elements. Consider the dome near our landing pad as a point of interest.
Good. Ain't nothing wrong with a tactical retreat.
Well, let's go get the...
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Alright, let's go talk to the Order. We can't get Auntie's Choice, but I'm not... Auntie's Choice is just too lazy. And all they care about is money and... Talk to Auntie's Choice or the Order. was Auntie's choice? Let's see here. Let's see what we can do.
On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. May all your problems precede solutions.
A second makeup exam will not be off, so I hope you studied this time prior. Begin now.
Right. No pressure.
People are gonna start to talk.
Was that the order I fought, like, on that one?
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
Okay.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you? Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go figure. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan. The plan is always in motion, much like you, it would seem. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now. A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
I cogitate more efficiently, knowing they're on our side.
Hey, how am I gonna get him on? Yeah, but how? that mission. I gotta side with them, so I do have to finish that mission then. So I do have to do that. That meeting. But I wanted to say that. Crap. Alright. We'll do this meeting and then we'll wrap up. Get out of here now. Here we go. Let's do it, baby. I gotta finish this quest. Go.
The story of anti-Cleve.
Oh, crap. I don't know which one.
Man is a ballad for our ages.
I don't know which one is that.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial
Auntie's choice is probably the
means.
less.
At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable. Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that
We're just gonna side with the order. It's the only way to do it.
Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's good.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business. There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to... Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail. This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed. That's exactly the sort of rugged, steadfast feistiness we need here today. Now, let's arbitrate. From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology. If there is one subject at the forefront of my mind, it is the archive. Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice. What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop. I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question. Not completely sure you can convince me that Auntie's choice benefits from receiving 0 access to that wondrous little doodad.
No, that's good.
Oh, kindly enlighten me on precisely what those greater gains would be.
No, we're not even close. Oh, grand. More negotiations to look forward to in the future. Fine. The Order is pleased to accept our mediator's wisdom in this matter. Yes, the Order can keep their contraption, but the management of skip drives should be under the purview of Auntie's choice. No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all. Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience. So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly. We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. A year-long patent seems serviceable. And if it gets extended once or twice or 40 times, what's the harm? As long as Auntie's choice is willing to abide by additional addenda limiting its patent extensions, the Order is in agreement. Yes, fine. I can have our scriveners draft something up. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner. That is not an entirely terrible idea. Would cut down on the research and development overhead. I am happy to accept such a compromise, so long as the Order always remains involved in supervising access to the technology. Well then, that's that. I don't believe there's anything more on the docket. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice. I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom? That is, quite frankly, none of your concern. Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for. I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Certainly. I'll even extend our corporate partner's micro-discount to Ruth as a show of good faith. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be. Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked.
As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor. Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a See me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself. One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the Archive to consider. We'll of course provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Doodaloo! Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spireton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it. By all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. Well done. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops into the Archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge.
You know what, we'll do this tomorrow. We'll do Clear Obscure next week, because I'm almost done with this, so we'll do this tomorrow. We got Subnautica 2 on Thursday, so We're gonna do this tomorrow and try to finish it up tomorrow. Okay, so just so everybody's aware, we're not gonna do Clair Obscure this week. We'll do it next week. So.
Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? It troubles you what you had to do to get this data. It must have been a difficult choice. But difficulty is not a metric useful in judging a decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
A peace treaty between the Order and Auntie's Choice falls under the category of historic event. This unit will preserve the date.
Well, we did it. Holy crud. Yeah, it's on purpose. It's always is. I mean, it's not that much louder. I don't know. I mean, I don't talk as much during story games. So the story games, I turn all this down when we're doing the co-op ones. The story games, I try to keep a little louder, so you guys can hear stories and stuff like that. Oh man, we gotta save that. I cannot believe that actually worked. We'll do 2 manual saves just in case anything should happen. We'll do 2 manual saves.
Windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential.
Okay. Oh.
As human billboards.
Oh, something.
Of course, I also
Hold on, something with the NT and then we get off. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I don't talk as much. Hold on one second. Give me 1 minute. Sorry. Give me 1 minute work.
Artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice.
Let's go. Let's talk to Auntie, and then we'll get off. Oh my god.
We successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
There you are, our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants, and covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Blah. Ain't meaning no disrespect, it's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Seems there's more to your shrouded past than I'd been led to believe. And here I'd been ready to disclose all. No matter.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition? And was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did? How sad. The body I want isn't just some simple yet stylistically sutured together amalgamation of corpses to bolt my head atop.
Not, this time, at any rate.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Prater. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's choice in the order to make peace with one another. I was worried for a minute that Basar was gonna pass up a good deal. Reckon this news will give the Arcadians hope. God knows they need it. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
Just like you.
Okie dokie. Whoops, hold on. Okie dokie. We're wrapping it up. It's 1 o'clock. Dang, dude. That actually ended up working out to me just randomizing that, and it ended up working out. Holy crap. I'm actually kind of shocked that it actually worked, so. Well, tomorrow we're going to continue this. We'll do Claire Obscure. I know Claire Obscure, I said Claire Obscure on the schedule, but we'll go ahead and do this tomorrow and try to wrap this game up. So, let me see what walkthrough here. Oh. Tomorrow, I think Nike and I, we're going to do 9:30 to 11, and we're doing Alan Wake and maybe some Droid Tycoon, I think. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what the last mission is. There's a... Yep. So this is like the second to last mission, I believe. So we're on the second to last mission. So. Yeah. And then we're on the finale. So we got second to last. So we should be finishing it up maybe tomorrow. Not sure. So, we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for joining me tonight on the Gamer Jeffro channel. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow, we at like, we got 9:30. So, at 8:30 to 9:25, we have Retro Jeffro for members only. I'll probably do the live stream for everybody, and then it'll go to members only after. And then, we'll do Alan Wake and Droid Tycoon with Nike. I think he's wanted to do this Alan Wake. I think we got this like Alan Wake Phasmophobia. You want to play that with us, Kat? I think we're doing that tomorrow. It's like Alan Wake with it's like Phasmophobia with Alan Wake stuff. So burger was pretty good. Comody Bola. Comody. He's a legend. Comody. And then Thursday we got Subnautica 2 starting. Well, we're probably just gonna try it out. It's probably not gonna be a series just yet. So we're gonna probably try it out, and we'll probably after Kat gets it, we'll probably make it a series on the channel. So because Kat said he's gonna get it like next month or something like that. So we'll play it on day one. We'll do a day one stream for it. So then that way we have a day one on the channel for it. And then Friday we got Friday Fun Night. Saturday we got a new game starting. And then next week we got to finish up Clear Obscure Expedition 33. But some of the games, so the summer games have been pushed back. So the 26th we're going to start our new lineup. But Outer Worlds 2 will probably bleed into the summer games if I'm not done with it. Dang it, dude. Alright, well, we're doing like a Phasmophobia Alan Wake thing tomorrow. So, but thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Till then, Gamer Jeffro is out. Till next time, see ya, and God bless you. Yeah.